same with auditions. You have to walk in and be like, where are they at? Are they super tired? Are they done for today? What's going on? Do they want me to be quirky? Do they want me to be slow? What do they want out of me? And, like, feel it by, like, giving them something, and then they react, and you're like, okay. So.
Have you ever done stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I mean, for a while. I just haven't done it in a long time, though after hearing this particular tip, I'm going to be doing it some more.
Yeah.
It helps, like, serving. Because, like, my southern accent comes out when I serve, like, cattlemen. Everyone's Chris. Hey, y'all, how's it going? My name's Wendell. Y'all want some ribeyes?
Get out of here.
I swear to God.
It's a fake accent you're doing.
No,
It's like a voice of an old man.
I would love to not sound like Gomer Pyle.
No, you
but
don't.
I do. No, I mean, when I go home, my family receives me better if I just let it go.
Receives you better. That's a...
I come off uppity. They call me, like,
mouthful.
Hollywood and shit like that because I live out here, so it's kind of, I feel, yeah, like
I get the same thing, though.
which I didn't fit in there anyways in the first place. It's not like I came king of the rednecks and then, like, come back and they're like, man, you're different now. It's like, I still sucked at this life when I was here. I was never, ever, like, great at it. Like, I still hated, like, putting a worm on a hook, you know? Like, I normally get one of my buddies to do it.
Being a
for
real
me.
Max right now.
Just think you're better than your paw. All right. Yeah, so what was that question again? Oh, people watching.
People watching.
Anywhere. Like, a bus is a good place to people watch. I don't... Like, whenever I ride the bus, it's always good.
Try not to make too much eye contact on the bus.
Well, I can just hear... I can, like, people watch with my ears on the bus. You can just hear the conversations going on the phone and stuff.
That's the shit I don't like.
What?
That's the shit that freaks me out.
What, the
People are
conversations on the
listening
phone?
to you while you're on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be
Well, I
on
don't
your
answer the
in a
phone on
public
the
place.
bus. I don't answer
Yeah.
the phone on the bus.
I mostly don't answer the phone. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember. It was today. I was looking at my phone. I was like, well, I guess those are the only two people I talk to on the phone. Like, I just don't. It was like all Amy Burkhead and my brother. Like, all right, I see what's going on here. I just don't talk to anybody. And they were all over, like, the last week.
Just a lot of back and forth.
Yeah. I just don't call people. I'm on this now.
See, I
Why don't you
can't...
call people?
I don't know. I don't like it, which is weird because I just started a job, like, working as someone who is on the phone all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like phone conversations either.
I prefer to call people than to be called. For some reason, I feel like I'm getting a drop on them. You know,
Sure.
like, I'm more prepared slightly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
Like, there's
that's
a power
one of the
to
big
calling
reasons why I don't
somebody.
like answering the phone. My husband's always like, answer it. I'm like,
I'm not ready.
I can't.
Yeah,
I've said, like, I'm not ready to answer that phone
I
call.
can't
Yeah.
answer the, like if I'm
But I can,
if
like...
I'm sitting near a computer, I can answer whatever question this person is going to ask me or whatever. But if I'm not, then I'm just an asshole who says I don't know, and
Yeah.
I'm not that person. So I'm like, yeah, listen, I'd love to answer your question. Just plumb out answers. I got nothing. I know I'm holding a phone, a computer in my hand. Yeah, I know I get that. No, I'm not going to use it. No. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just let a call, like, somebody tries to call me, I'll just let it stop ringing, like, breathe, and then call them back. Like, that's how, like, much just me being the one to call gives me, like, a certain confidence about what's gonna happen, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, like, I'll just be like, all right. And then calling them makes me feel in power. I don't know why.
This is a creepy question that just made me think because of the sort of anxiety that we're discussing. And you don't have to answer this question if it's horrifying, but what was the first time that you had a panic attack that you were sure it was a panic attack? And this is assuming that you've had one. If you haven't, you can just say, I don't know what you're talking about, what that is, which is fine. I also can answer the question first if...
I was 15 years old, and I had just moved from Beaumont to Friendswood, and I was walking through the hall, and it just, like, it felt like all of the lockers, everything was, like, coming at me like lions, and then I just, like, fell and just couldn't breathe and, like, didn't know, like, even where I was or anything. And it was just because, like, we were walking from one class to another.
And you just moved there?
And I just moved there. And I you know, you have that, like, do people like me? Like, what's going on here? And it was one of those, like, I started getting too worried about what other people were thinking. And then hit the ground. And then it's happened. I mean, now it happens way more often. But that was the first one. And then I didn't have another one for a few months.
I feel like, and you know, this is just perhaps me, but I feel like they're a little easier to handle the second or third or 27th time around because you're like, I see what's happening right now. All right. I got to handle it because you're like aware. Yeah. Whereas I remember the first time when I had one, I was like, oh, I'm dying now.
That's what I thought.
This is what's happening. And I was like, well, I guess if it's going to happen here, there's enough people around. So that's fine. It was the day I went back to work after my dad had died. I had gone home and done all the stuff, and then the day that I went back to work, they were like, hey, super sorry for everything that's going on with you. So now that you're back, we're actually moving your desk. So if you could empty everything out of your desk, like now, and then like bring it around, like you don't have to do any regular work today, like we get it, like it's tough. But if you could like take everything from your one cubicle and move it to a different cubicle, that'd be great. And like I opened a drawer and then I was just like, what the fuck kind of request is that? And I like get from their point of view why they thought they were being like kind to me to do it, but I was just like, upheaval right fucking now? Can I just sit at my desk for a minute? Aww. And it was just over. Yeah. But yeah, I thought I was dying. I was like, oh no, I didn't think I was gonna go this young. And then they were like, maybe you should go home. I was like, maybe I should. And then I drove home kind of half in the throes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to get into a car accident, but get home.
Oh, and that's all you want is home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That happens.
So crazy. You don't have to tell your stories if it's uncomfortable.
Well, I was just going to say, the first one I haven't had very many, but it was in a car on a freeway going to my cousin's house. I think I was like 19 or 20, and she was talking to me, like she had called me, and I don't like talking on the phone while I'm driving. It freaks me out. Mm-hmm. And they were doing a bunch of construction on the road, and I didn't know where I was going, and it was during rush hour, and so I just felt very like enclosed and like I really confused, and then I couldn't breathe at all.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
It's hard when you're in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're all like, hey, I'm in charge of a very heavy thing right now. I gotta not be in charge of this thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wendell, you can either answer the question or give us a more pleasant question.
Okay.
Something like gentle. All right.
No, I was gonna say mine doesn't really go up. like it doesn't like liven the mood. I think it would just even go down further. So
all right.
It's just mine even is a worse thing. So I'm just gonna go to. I'm just gonna say a number 834.
No.
Why not? Why not?
834 is going to be like
they don't necessarily
something like, "Are you? Do you feel fulfilled by your life?" And then we're all going to slit our wrists, and it's going to be on record.
What if it? Yeah.
I had a very nice day today. We got into a weird discussion about like crazy things.
This one's just lame. Are natural disasters God's doing?
Oh.
By my definition of God, sure, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like my definition of God is nature, so it's like it's just a natural disaster.
Sure, I get that.
I didn't know that was the religious part. I'm gonna pick a different.
No, I don't think it's religious necessarily so much as it sort of is. Just kind of getting that discussion about like whether or not. I don't know. I just think things happen.
Mm-hmm. No, I do too.
So I think the difference is really like I was trying to figure this out in my head, and I drooled on my hand a little bit. But was it like, so if it's a natural disaster that's just caused by nature, then there's no purpose. That doesn't, it's not, it's just totally accidental, incidental. And then the other one is like, whether it's God or whatever, like, was it like fate or whatever? Like, was it meant to clear out something, or like, was it? Does that make sense?
Okay.
I understand the idea of like a judgment upon, like a punishment, as if like a natural disaster is some sort of like punishing. I mean, like if I'm not gonna lie. If you think of humanity as the like virus of the organism that is the Earth, then like sure. Every time there's been one of those, she's fucked it up and gotten rid of them. There aren't dinosaurs, are there? Well, yeah. We're the dinosaurs, just later. And eventually she'll get rid of us. And I say she by, like, the idea of the nature. Well, not like...
No, I know.
I don't think of it as a, like, God who's like, let's do some changes. Stuff needs to happen. I believe in the world. It's like, naturally, this thing will eventually become a burning star. I'm pretty sure that's what we've established. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's hanging good with some oxygen and the palatable kind of vibe. And, the ozone layer and all. It's handling it, but, like, we can't promise that it will forever. Not with other planets that are just got nothing around us. Like, I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's a God thing. I guess I just think that's what happens. There's natural disasters. There's all sorts of things.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a natural disaster that is a response to, like, humanity doing something. I guess, like there's flooding and stuff that happens from, like, erosion that is due to, like
oh, I see what you're saying.
Construction and stuff like that. Like ways we fuck ourselves over.
Oh, sure. I mean, I think we're always fucking ourselves over.
Yeah. Like building poor dams, or like not.
Well, I guess that's the discussion. Then do we believe in, and I say this with quotes, climate change? Because there's people that say it doesn't exist. Is that a thing to you guys? What do you think?
I think that we've affected the environment to, I would think, to a quantifiable degree. I think so.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
I
just,
can't tell if
big of a thing.
I can't tell if it's like waves, where like for decades it does this, and then later on it'll be more chill.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it seems bad right now. Like worse than it was, I think.
I mean, I don't know. Has there been a lot of, like, people reading the Farmer's Almanac to, like, see what happened in the past? And if they're like, well, there was this drought, and then there was this flood, like, that's happened. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, sometimes I think that's just what's going to happen.
Well, it seems like we're always freaking out about something of, like, whether it's some kind of new virus that is coming up hot on the market, or, like, a natural disaster, like... I remember the first hurricane, like, I remember El Nino, and that being, like, a big thing the whole summer when I was a kid, and it's like...
They were talking about that recently.
And it's, like, not really notable that a hurricane does that, but, it's like, whatever. And now we always just have these named hurricanes, and I don't know. There seems to be, like, a crisis every year, at least. I don't think it's pointed at anything. I think that's just, we like to freak out about what's going on.
I think that we've decided right now to start assigning some sort of, like... blame on something, and that's how they deal with it.
It's like,
to name it is kind of fucked up, because it's like that's someone doing something to you. It like makes it personal, and rain isn't personal, and I think that's the difference. Is it's like, if God is doing something to you, that's a personal thing. It's like an affront to you. When it rains, when I'm having a bad day, it's not like, well, this is perfect. Like, no, it just happened. Those things happen to happen.
Yeah.
I just don't think that they're connected. Because, and I'm not going to say, because honestly, I do believe in a God, but I don't think that's what he's worried about.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm just like, no. He's got bigger, that's not the issue. It's not even quit. Whether or not you masturbated yesterday, no one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
So did everyone. Get over it. Like, relax. I don't know. How much does weather affect your life?